Gotta let the trash truck pass. Let me get right into this. I see a lot of people that they really got a lot of negative stuff to say about the military. And whereas that's disheartening, what's even more disheartening is when you have people that were in the military that have negative things to say about people that still remain in the military. I was sent a video about a female military soldier who was basically saying, hey, I don't want to go to Ukraine, I don't want to fight in this Russia war, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I understood where she was coming from, but she did some things on TikTok. She was like talking in the barracks or whatever case would be. She was sitting in a car in her uniform and she was venting. Now, us soldiers, airmen, sailors, Marines, us that have a little bit more time or had a little bit more time in the military, you understand that we vent different. We were not allowed to get in our vehicles in uniform and then express our discontentment for how the organization was running. Salute everybody. And we get it. But this is a new day and age. This is a new generation. You see what I'm saying? So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, these are they use these outlets to vent because they really don't know how to vent correctly. Now, this is my issue with what this content creator did. And I get it. Sometimes you want to give people tough love, but here's the thing. You have to realize how much tough love to give. You see what I'm saying? There's one thing to give tough love, to build. There's one thing to give tough love to empower. But here's the thing. Don't call it tough love if you just want to tear people down. And this is the situation. I'm going to play this video and I'm going to pause it here and there. But I want you to hear the soldier, and I want you to hear the commentator that's giving his feedback or whatever. He said he was a former Navy, I believe sailor or whatever case may be. I don't know if he's ever been to Iraq or Afghanistan, but I thought he was very harsh on this female soldier and what he was saying. All right. So I'm about to piss somebody off. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's get into this. Fair use.
Y'all, because hold on, I gotta move this out right now. Y'all don't understand how mad I am right now.
Can y'all hear it?
This the reason people don't be wanting to re-enlist. The Army got me fucked up. How the Army got you fucked up today, Wells? Well,
okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
A few moments later.
well, I'm gonna try to keep it together. But so I just want to make this TikTok because.
So just in case, I want to give you guys some backstory. The soldier, this female soldier, finds out she has to go and participate in the Russian-Ukraine conflict. She then goes to Twitter and she then says, hey, look, the Army got me messed up. I ain't trying to do that, X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. So there was another military veteran who then made a YouTube video saying, this is what you signed up for. I'm going to explain why what he says has merit, but however, I'm gonna explain that. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys, because some of you guys, this young lady represents your children. This represents your niece and nephews. This represents this generation who like we call them 304s and we call them thugs and we call them. These people are now in the military, and this is the type of energy and the type of feelings that they have. And I think it's important to share that light over here. Plus, I wanted to talk about something different that's close to home for me in reference to the military. So I'm gonna let this play out. Just want to give you some backstory so you know what's going on.
I was just on live this morning, and of course we all know Russia invaded Ukraine.
Salute.
But in this TikTok, like, of course, okay, I'm a uniform what's going on. So of course everybody coming in with the Ukraine, Russia, and all of that, you know, comments or whatever, asking questions. And I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I'm not addressing any of that. But then like, it's just like,
let you know what a 304 is. Hold on.
I really hated how people are so insensitive, especially like, and it's like, it's the civilians, but they're so insensitive to like what military people really go through.
Rich Bleezy.
This is my first term, and like, it's like, y'all, like, what makes me so mad is like, y'all are so insensitive.
She's literally crying right now.
Y'all want to talk about, oh, this is what you signed up, this is what you. Nobody goes into the military wanting to go to war, thinking they're going to go to war. I'm financed, for crying out loud. Nobody thinks this is going to happen. But like, civilians, y'all get to go home, y'all get to go to y'all families, y'all go to work, y'all know what y'all life is going to be. My life is so unpredictable. I could be deployed within the next few days. Like,
let's get into this conversation though. Let's get into this conversation. Everybody coming in here, I need you to hit the like button. Everybody coming in here right now, hit the like button. I don't care if you're a troll. This goes out to all my military veterans, past, present, and future. I'm about to say some things that I believe a lot of veterans will probably say if they got their heads still screwed on straight, right? Here's the thought process. When you put on any uniform, whether you are a military veteran, whether you are an airman, whether you are a Marine, whether you are a sailor, or whether you are a soldier, you don't automatically transform into this robotic killer. You don't automatically transform into this, I'm brave and I'm courageous. No, some people go to because they don't want to go to jail. It's go to jail or go to the military type of situation. Some people say, hey, listen, hey, I ain't got nothing else going on in my life right now. I'm going in the military. Some people say I need structure. Some people say I want to pay for college. Some people say I want to travel. Some people going to the military because their parents were in the military. So this is a generational thing. There's a lot of reasons people going to the military. Am I going too fast? Let me slow down. Here's some water. Take the water. Take the water. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a young soldier that's talking. Probably been in the military maybe 2 to 3 years, maybe. She's a private first class. This is your daughter. This is your son that's now in the military. And then now they get orders saying, I'm getting ready to go and be a part of this Russian-Ukraine conflict. Scared. Somebody asked me what a 304. 304 is kind of standing for, you know, in a hot girl summer type situation or whatever. That's what that meant or whatever. But I want to explain something to you. Just because your son or daughter puts on that uniform, that don't make them invincible. That don't turn them into a seasoned soldier, a seasoned Marine, a seasoned airman, a seasoned sailor. They have to buy into that. When I mean buy into that, that means after they go through a couple courses, after they get that leadership that they need to transition, they have to buy into transition. That means I understand my duties and responsibilities as a soldier. I understand my duties and responsibility as a Marine, as a sailor, as an airman. This is a young soldier. This is a young soldier. I don't expect her to understand the validity of the situation, but I expect senior NCOs and airmen and Marines, etc., etc. I expect you guys to give her a little tough love, but not to the point where you crush her. Because a lot of people that are veterans that are out the military like myself, can you imagine me telling her, that's what you signed up for? Why are you scared? Yeah, I miss holidays, you should miss holidays. I miss funerals, you should miss funerals. I miss births, you should miss births. Come on, man, what the hell? She gotta go, you don't. You get to go to the bar, you get to go to the rollercade, you get to go bowling, you get to chill with your family. Yeah, she's scared. Yeah, she's scared, and she has every right to be. This ain't got nothing to do with her being a female. This ain't got nothing to do with her being a 304. No, she's a human being. Man, listen. Sometimes social media can be so vindictive, so bitter towards people, and my thought process is, I'm gonna let y'all hear the rest of it. But it's just like I'm charged up because maybe when I was going through, you know what I'm saying, Back in what, 1998? 1998. Yep, I entered July 1998. When I went through, we didn't have the whole social media thing. Like, I couldn't sit in the car and vent talking about, man, you know, they got me messed up, man. They got me out here doing push-ups. They got me out here doing sit-ups and marching in this heat. But this generation of soldiers, they have that outlet. Now, I'm not saying that you should be in your uniform. She wasn't twerking in a uniform. She just got these videos up. Just like, I mean, she's a young adult. And I believe that she deserves respect. I believe just signing on that dotted line. Do you realize how many people are afraid to sign on the dotted line? There's a lot of people that talk that hard, tough Tony shit, but the fact of the matter is, they ain't gonna sign on the dotted line. A lot of these people are still unsuccessful, and they in their 30s, their 40s, and their 50s, but they online acting like they some type of god. You got a young lady that's 20-something years old that signed on the dotted line and say, let me do something bigger than what other people normally do. And because she signed on the dotted line, she can't be scared. Every single time I went to Iraq, every single time I went to Afghanistan, both twice, I was scared to death. I ain't tell my soul. Well, now they gonna know. I'm about to piss somebody off. I was scared to death. I'll hug my little girl, I'll walk on this damn plane, and I don't know what's about to happen. Scared to death. Went over there, and everybody that went over there with me did not come back. You damn right she got something to be scared for. You damn right this is a venting process. Should she have a leader somewhere she could talk to? Here's the thought process. You know how many people are venting on social media right now? Are using social media as an outlet to say, hey, I am mad, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm this, I'm that. So she's using her outlets that's available. But here's the thought process. What was so crazy is, and I'm about to play it, I'm gonna get to it. This content creator says that's what you signed up for. Suck it up, drive on. But that's not how it works. We don't become invincible. We don't become free of fear because we put on the uniform. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You understand what I'm saying? The same lack of morals, the same lack of standards, the same fear, the same things that affect you as a civilian affect us as soldiers or airmen, sailors, and Marines. The thing about it is that you learn throughout your tenure, throughout your time in that service, you learn how to be better. You learn your strengths and weaknesses. You got people to help you coach with your strengths and weaknesses. If you only been in the Army for 1 or 2 years, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. I believe basic training was like 18 weeks, 19 weeks or something like that. The fact of the matter is, half of the time you spend that through basic training and then your advanced individual training. That could last up to a year. So your whole time can just be class sessions. Your whole time is getting to know whatever your specialty is going to be. That don't mean salute, now I'm a soldier. I know everything there is to know about the military. I'm prepared for war. No, you're not. So I think that we need to be a little bit open-minded, more open-minded or whatever case be. I believe that these people that are signing on the dotted line and saying, hey, I'm willing to do something outside the norm. Joining the military is outside the norm, outside the scope. There's a lot of people that say, listen, I just want to go to a community college. You know, I just want to stay close to home. A lot of people ain't never left their city. Hell, a lot of people ain't never left their state. Can you imagine your child, your knucklehead child, yo, don't clean your room child, yo, tell your child, hey, listen, make sure you drive and put your seatbelt on. Yo, hey, why didn't you wash the dishes? Can you imagine that child now having to go and be a part of this Russian-Ukraine conflict? You only been in the military for a year or 2 years. You think they ready mentally? No, she's showing you that. But she represents a lot of soldiers who feel the same way. So that's why I said, you know what? I understand. I don't think the feedback that she got from this particular content creator was necessary. So I'm doing this right here so we can balance this thing out. Let us finish playing.
Really just like, I didn't come to the Army for this. And it's just, it really like, it hurts me, like, and I don't really like to let stuff affect me, but this is affecting me because this is my life. But if anything, I really just want people to be like, be more sensitive to the situation, because this is my life we're talking about. Like, there's potential that, like,
there's a difference between being sympathetic and empathetic. Be empathetic. You may not understand what it is to leave home and go through basic training and then go through advanced individual training, and then while you're being told as a private first class that you are going to war. Some people get nervous when you tell them they have to do a resume. You tell them that you got to read out loud. You tell them that you got to go and get a female's number. They get nervous at that. Imagine having to go to war. I'm just saying.
Honestly, like, there's potential that anybody going over there won't come back. So it's just, I just really, honestly, I don't even know why I'm making this, but it's just like, people talking about the situation, like, please just keep in mind, these are real people that have families, people that have children, and y'all making jokes about it, and y'all this and y'all all of that, and these trolls.
This is why I didn't understand, like, the people making jokes about the military. This is why I didn't understand. Like, I didn't like, even for me, like, I was told, hey, you was a chaplain in the military, but I was in the military. You got to check the source. Like, so he goes to the military. Where do you go? What's your resume? And this is what I want to tell this young lady right now. You can't let people with no resume bring you down. You can't let people with no resume alter your spirit. You got to stay focused. People with no resume will hate somebody with a resume. That means they put in the work. They stopped procrastinating and they did something with their life. You can't let people with no resume have something to say that's going to alter your goals, your plan, your benchmarks. I'm just saying, this is what I'm about to piss somebody off. This is where you need to have a little bit more tough skin. Listen up, young soldier. This is where you need to boss up, level up, whatever it is you feel like you need to do, whatever a fancy title you need to put on it. But here's the thing: you a soldier. You a soldier. You walk in a room and though you feel like, oh, the Army and the Marines and the Air Force and the Navy, it's so big. I've been in rooms where no one was in the military. I go in rooms right now where no one was in the military. You got people making jokes on the line, online talking about, oh, you was in the military. Yeah, where were you? What did you do? You do nothing for America. You do nothing for your community. You barely do anything for your family. And then here you're numbskull, a nincompoop, a jackass. Me personally, if you talking to me, I'm checking your resume. It better be one hell of a resume. I don't find anything funny. I think that if you're going to disrespect this young female talking about, you know, you should have known what you signed up for, bro. Nobody, I've never talked to anybody, unless it was like civil war or some bullshit. Nobody signs and say, I'm ready to go to war, Uncle Sam. I'm mentally ready. They're going to give you the weapons. They're going to give you a little bit of training, but that don't mean you mentally ready. You have people that's out there scared to death. We used to go on our combat patrols. I'm not gonna get into any major details, but we on our combat patrols. And before you do your combat patrols or whatever case it be, of course you know what I'm saying, you got to do your safety checks. You got to have your briefing in reference to where you're going, the speed that you're gonna be traveling. Here's the dangers ahead, etc. In case contact happens, this is how you react, etc. etc. It's a bunch of shit. You got to be mentally prepared. Can you imagine being a young soldier who expresses herself online, him or herself online, and have fucking trolls come back and say, well, you should have known what you signed up for. I don't feel sorry for you. We find it so hard to encourage people for some reason. Like for some reason, it takes something away from us if we encourage someone else. All right.
I'm like, these are real people, real life situations. Like, please just be sensitive to stuff, because like, I'm not gonna lie to any of you, I'm scared as hell right now. I'm just but to all my battles out there, good luck to all of us, because
no doubt. Salute.
Oh man, oh god, this is not been an easy morning. I was up till 2 a.m. last night, and then it's just like the army's not.
Let's look at the psychology of this. Imagine going to TikTok right now and see everybody doing the latest dance, or doing the latest fad, or whatever case may be, and then they find out 1-2 o'clock in the morning that they have an hour to report to the unit because they're deploying to be a part of the Russian-Ukraine conflict. Some of you guys never get called to be anywhere to that magnitude. Some of you guys have never got a call to be anywhere to report to anything that had any merit, that held a high standard. This soldier is not Rambo. This is not a goddamn movie. There's a chance that this TikTok video, this may be the last TikTok video. It may be the last video post. So what are your words of encouragement? What is your inspiration? What is your Black Girls Rock, the Melody, and Me Too, and all of this other Black Lives Matter, all these other catchy ass nicknames and whatever the case may be, and hashtags? And when it comes down to us actually saying, let me support you, I see you doing something positive, for some reason we scared to death to be positive. We scared to death to encourage people and say, hey, I see what you're doing. I get it. Russia, that's the odds. The deck is stacked against you, young lady. The deck is stacked against you, young man. Soldier, airman, sailor, marine. And the best thing we can do as people that's going to be sitting home getting fat and Netflix and chilling, oh, you know what you signed up for. Well, I'm so glad that I empower my kids. I'm so glad that I do these types of videos so that way people can stumble across it and get a little bit of inspiration, because some of you, when I say guys, I mean males and females, y'all missing the mark, bruh. Y'all missing the mark. Here's the thought process. Imagine this young lady looking for some type of inspiration, looking for somebody to say something worthwhile, and they caught up in some nonsense online. Is this supposed to be inspiring to me? Carpe diem, seize the day. Is this supposed to make me feel better about what I need to be doing? Is this supposed to be an asset to my life? This video to me is when trolling goes too far. When you don't know that this is a serious conversation to be had. We don't need no damn jokes. We don't need no damn disrespect. We don't need nobody degrading nobody bashing nobody. We need you to be on point this time. I'm about to piss somebody off. Every time you're here for a special moment, for a greater conversation, you miss the mark. You drop the goddamn ball. Goddamn soldier sitting online crying. And ain't no fucking videos in your goddamn arsenal that's going to support some shit like this. Plenty of beefing videos.
The only thing going on in my life right now. So it's just like, this is just more added on to it. But we strong. We gonna get through it. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I thought women wanted equality. I thought they wanted the same opportunities as a man. I thought they were strong and independent. I thought they could do any job a man could do. Wrong. See, guys, women want the benefits of being a man, but they don't want the responsibility and accountability. So when crap hits the fan, when the rubber meets the road, when times get tough, all of a sudden they want to cry and they want to pout. They want to say, well, I didn't sign up for this. Right. She signed up for an easy paper pusher job. She said, I signed up for finance. I didn't want to go to war. I didn't want
Ladies and gentlemen, I work with Marines, I work with airmen, with the Air Force, I work with the Navy, I work with special operations units. Now I know especially in the Army, regardless of what job you have, you could be a nurse, you could be a cook, you could be an engineer. Your first MOS is 11 Bravo. Okay, infantry. So it don't matter what you signed up for, because they can snatch you out of that office, snatch you out of that tent, and put you on the front line, put you in a convoy. We need soldiers. So for what this guy is saying, which he says he was in the Navy, and I don't know how the inner workings of the Navy is, but I'm telling you right now, for you to, and see, either he's ignorant to how the Army works and don't realize it. She said, hey, I signed up for finance. My job is finance. Your primary job is 11 Bravo, combat, infantry. That's your primary job. Now, whatever your secondary MOS is, right? It could be finance, it could be cook, it could be chaplain, it could be whatever. But if we need shooters out here. We need people for patrols. We need people for guard duty. We need people to get these POWs over here. It's people who talk insensitive, trying to make a point and drive home something. And the thought process, do you got all of the story? Do you got all of the narrative? And I tag this person in it, because my thought process is like, do you understand what you're saying, the message that you're sending out? How can you be a part of the military and then you come back and be like, oh, these females wanted equality? Bro, stop. Come on, man. Stop. This ain't the time for that. When she comes back home, we can have this conversation. But now that she's getting ready to go off, shouldn't we be telling her it's going to be okay? Keep your head on the swivel. Stay alert. Stay alive. You know, come back to us safe. Shouldn't we be encouraging her? We do the wrong shit. We troll when it ain't time to troll. We play when ain't nobody joking. I'm not fucking joking. Everything's a game.
be deployed, and now all of a sudden she wants sympathy. I looked at the video. All it is a whole bunch of people, 1,000 people saying, "We're with you, girl. It's okay. It's." But here's the thing: what if a man actually got on camera and did that same thing and said, "You know, I didn't sign up for this. I did this. I don't want to go to work." People look at him like, "Dude, man up. You signed up for this, right?" They will be all on. They will be crucifying him. They will say, "Man, why did you sign up for the military? You are."
It's not about male and female. It's not about black and white. When you go over across seas, you go over that water, you leave your home, you leave your family, you leave your friends, you leave everything that you know to be a certain level of comfort. It is about you and the person standing next to you, you and the uniform standing next to you. It's not about being a female. It's not about equality and It's about us making it back home safely. Bro, this right here is a smack in the face to all female soldiers. This right here is a smack in the face to all people who consider themselves leaders. I don't care if you're an airman, a sailor, a Marine, or a soldier. This is a smack in the face. I've served with phenomenal women, with phenomenal soldiers who did some jobs better than males, who had better leadership vision better than males. It's some goddamn female YouTubers that I would pick over some of these male YouTubers. when it comes to leadership and common sense. We got to stop doing this. We can't respect her that she's wearing the uniform. We can't respect her that she's going overseas. We can't respect her that she signed the dotted line and doing things that a lot of these people right now who have nothing going on in their life, have zero resume. We can't respect the fact that she says, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to try. You work at a goddamn skating ring. You a goddamn janitor. This girl's right here putting her life on the line, and you telling me you can't cry about it. She can't have no emotions about the shit. She can't feel a certain type of way about the shit. And is that being real? Is that being real? Is that manly shit? Bro, y'all killing me.
Disgrace to this country. And that's what she actually is. Matter of fact, I personally think it's very
Y'all lucky this ain't my daughter he talking about. Y'all lucky this ain't no soldier that I know for a fact. I'm telling you right now. How the fuck is she a disgrace to this country? You got men that sit online every goddamn day and promote nothing. Promote nothing. Stand for nothing. Her wearing her uniform saying that I'm scared, I don't want to go overseas. She's a disgrace. This is why tough love exists, y'all. This is why I exist. She a disgrace. Wow. Okay.
Respectful for any individual, let alone in the military, to wear their uniform and record videos in their car or wherever, right? You're supposed to be at work, you're supposed to be focusing on the job at hand, but you're uploading videos to your social media.
Stop trolling, bro, and stop the damn cap. You don't know if she's on her way to work or getting off work. You don't know if she's on her lunch break. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. She wasn't violating the uniform. She just said, bro, I'm nervous. I'm scared. And she has every right to feel that. Any soldier, any Marine, any airman, any sailor, you have a right to be afraid. You have a right to be afraid. And she's expressing that concern about, hey, listen, shit, I really wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting to go to Iraq. I wasn't expecting to go to Afghanistan. There's people who went with me that ain't come back. Imagine bumping into the person's husband or wife in the grocery store and you know what happened when you were across seas. You may smile, you may even hug them, but inside you dying. People, wounded warriors. That's another part of my fellowship that I do. It's some people ain't recovered. They never recovered. Mentally never recovered. Physically never recovered. And to hear people, their lack of appreciation or at least some type of admiration, the fact that, hey, I appreciate you doing something that I'm not brave enough to do. I didn't have the courage to do. Hell, I didn't care to do. That's why I be wondering, like, when I heard something before, like, you know, somebody was talking about like my military service, and it was like, it was other veterans talking about, yeah, I was in the military and I was in the military, and you sit back and you watch stupid shit like this. You cheering and applauding for stupid shit like this, knowing goddamn well that ain't no real leader gonna sit back and listen to no shit like this. Check your resume. I want to see some NCOERs, some OERs, some evaluations, some counseling statements. They have nothing to showcase that they are who they claim to be online. Y'all got a whole uniform at home saying that you done been somewhere. You got ribbons showcasing Iraq, Afghanistan, NCOES schools, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Wars, Afghanistan, Iraq. People talking about you ain't got no resume. This young girl ain't been in the military long enough to be mentally prepared for some shit like that. Hell, do you actually get mentally prepared? She's not seasoned. And instead of helping her and empowering, you tear her down. This is the problem that I have with people online. Instead of helping people, instead of giving them some positive inspiration, you tear them down to the point where they can't recover. I'm ashamed you because you went to college. I'm ashamed you because you was in the military. Shame me. I'm seasoned. I'm seasoned. And no shade, I ain't talking about mama seasoning. I'm talking about I'm seasoned. That means I know my worth. I understand my value. I've been through some shit. This young lady, she young. She's young. Why can't we support her? Why can't we say, hey, salute to you? I see a lot of people, salute. Never been in no military service at all, but they saluting their ass off. People with no values, no standards, no morals. It's all about likes and views. And then you got people like this that's saying, bro, this might be my last goddamn video. And you're still trolling her? It's still something to joke about?
In your uniform, I bet you everybody else in the different countries, all these military leaders are looking at that and laughing. They're like, really? This is what we have to fight?
They laughing at you. People from different other countries, they're laughing at you. They're saying that you were in the military. And instead of supporting someone else that's currently in the military that has to face whatever opposition is going on, instead of encouraging them, you wanted to tear them down. You didn't want to reach out to them and support them. You didn't want to reach out to them and empower them. You didn't want to say, based on my experience as a military veteran, you didn't want to help her. You want to hinder her. And you think they laughing at her. They laughing at you, jackass. You supposed to be seasoned. You supposed to have the knowledge. You supposed to have the leadership. You supposed to give a damn. People that don't have any self-worth, always trying to tear some down with self-worth.
This is what we gotta go against. And just imagine her being next to you. She's twerking in the barracks, for crying out loud. She's dancing, doing different things. The money that the military...
She's twerking in the barracks in her off time, dancing and having fun as a young lady. And that makes her a bad person. That makes her unfit for duty, unfit to represent the country. But you can do a video as a former military veteran, her that she's a disgrace to a country she is currently serving. I'm really not for the trolls today. So if for some reason your message need to be blocked, we just need to get you up out of here, period.
is giving her, she's playing, right? She's acting like she's just having fun. See, all these women want an easy life. Every woman does. They don't want to do the hard labor. They don't want to get down and dirty. Well, some of them do as far as in the bedroom. But when it comes to actually fighting, when it comes to actually putting in the work and doing the things that needs to be done to keep the country safe, they don't want to do that. They just say, well, I'm scared. Right, you are scared because you didn't think it could happen to you. And a lot of women just think that, well, I'm just going to sign up for this. I'm going to do this, or I want the same amount of money that a man makes. They always fight over this. Even in the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association versus the NBA, you see all these women.
What the fuck does the NBA got to do with... Men and women don't get paid differently in the military. What are you talking? What? Men and women don't get... When I was in basic training, right? Can you imagine me being a private and a female private standing next to me and say, "Oh, you a male? We're gonna pay you more." Bro, what year are you talking about? What century are you talking about? We get equal pay. They get equal pay. It has nothing to do with NBA, NFL, none of that. It's a totally different thing. I ain't never seen nobody die from playing football. Maybe head injuries later, or concussion later, but not immediately death. Ain't no Taliban around the football field. No Taliban around court. The comparison is off. The comparison is off. Now, maybe a firefighter, maybe a police officer, a first responder, something like that, but don't compare it to sports. Totally different. That resume is totally different. Totally different.
Protesting and get frustrated, and they said, well, I want the same amount of money as a man. I want a man who's making $15-20 million. I'd be able to make that. And you're like, no, you don't even bring in the same revenue. The crowds aren't even packed.
See, this if you are affiliated with this gentleman right here, and if this represents the manosphere, I can see why there's no building. I can see why people would have a problem. You're telling me I should treat female soldiers differently than I treat male soldiers. And this is why people feel like they need Cynthia G's. This is why people feel like they need Tommy Sotomayor's. This is why right here, this type of rhetoric, this type of nonsense right here, because we keep on putting this line for division, and we keep on making sure that every time we can have a conversation to bring us all to the table, we want to stack the deck against the person sitting across from us at the table. Let me stack it with emotions. Let me stack it with insults. Let me stack it with disrespect. Let me stack it against you and act like whatever I'm saying is the most empowering thing ever. This young soldier did not deserve what's happening right now. And I find myself a lot of times sitting back saying, you know, that person right there didn't deserve what's happening to them right now. And I really hope that YouTube find a way to crack down people. Like if you spew nothing but hatred, nonsense, or whatever on social media, I really wish YouTube would make you pay like $300 a month. Like I wish they would make you pay to have a platform, right? And you can only be on this type of platform. You can't go nowhere else because you got people like this, young soldiers like this, who are sitting down and just saying, man, listen, this is how I feel because, hey, this is overwhelming. You know, this is overwhelming for me. And instead of being a man, instead of being a woman, we be a troll. Okay.
The stadiums are what, 10-15% full. So how could you want the same amount of money? It's crazy. Just because they think that, oh, I'm a female, I'm equal to you. No, men and women aren't equal. They will never be equal. The playing field will never be equal because they can't do the same things that we do. See, so many women, they want to get away from the house. They want to get away from the kitchen, and they want to say, well, I'm going to go out here to work. I want to be a part of the workforce. Okay, well, what's your job description?
There are female drivers. There are female combat patrol leaders. There are female helicopter pilots. There are numerous females doing jobs just like men that are in the military. To not pay homage to them would be hypocritical and also would be a mistake. This divide and conquer nonsense, this I'ma shame you into submission shit, I'm telling you right now, man, it's only gonna get you but so far. It's only gonna get you but far.
Well, I just signed up for this. Well, I thought I was just going to do some finance. I thought we were going to do some taxes or do some, just focus on numbers. Why do I have to get out here and fight? Why do I have to? Right. See, so many women don't want to do that. They just want all these things, these benefits and these rewards.
There are men that don't want to do it. There are men that don't want to do it. Not just females, there are men that don't want to do it. There are men out here that don't want to get jobs. There are men out here that don't want to have anything to do with their kids. There are men out here that just don't want to be successful, that don't want to have good credit, that don't want to be an entrepreneur. There are men out here not doing shit. And then when you tell them they ain't doing shit, they got an issue with you. Here it is, the damn soldier done signed up. Shit, she done more than half of these motherfuckers. And she still can't get credit. Bruh.
But then when it comes to the stuff that sucks, the stuff that you got to get down and you got to crawl and you got to do all different things, I don't want that. Imagine if you was on the front lines with that female. She's shaking and trembling. And you look like, come on, man, we supposed to be fighting this together. Just think of that. I've actually seen some women over.
Hold on, let me let this play before I say what I'm gonna say.
Seas that were like happy to be a part of the war and everything that's going on over there. Right? They're like, okay, I'm serving my country. This is what I want to do. When you got females like that that's twerking, that's talking about the army got me messed up and pounding her fist. But then when the military calls you to war, all of a sudden you feel some type of way. You feel bad. You didn't sign up for that. But you want all that money. You want all that basic BAH. You want all those different things that comes with being a service member. You want it on your resume. You want free tuition. You want whatever that comes with it. All the stuff that comes with it. But they don't want to do the actual work. Guys, this is a testimony, and this just goes to show you that women aren't built to do the things that we're built to do. They just can't. They want to act like they can, but guess what? When it comes to serving or fighting or actually protecting or doing it, not built to protect. They're built to sit around in the AC or the heat and be comfortable and just sit around and lounge around and get easy money. Let's be honest. I really don't know many women who are out there who are like, okay, I want to sign up, I want to serve, I want to go to the front lines, I want to go over there. They don't want to do that.
I'm all for holding people accountable that don't try. I'm all for holding people accountable that don't try to be positive, don't try to build, don't try to do anything that promotes empowerment for men, women, children, communities. I'm all for holding them accountable, but I'm also for making sure that I praise people who actually do something. I'm all for supporting people who actually do something. He said there are women out there that don't want to do this and don't want to do that. Well, my thought process, isn't this young woman doing something? Didn't she do something? Don't she deserve a little bit more respect than you giving her? She did something. She's not just in a music video trying to live her best life. She's not just on Instagram trying to live her best life. She's not in the club just twerking every. So she signed up for the military. Now she got orders to go overseas to wherever she's going, and we still condemn her. Didn't she do something? Hell, if you don't want to give her a standing ovation, at least give her a damn thumbs up. You condemn if they don't do it. See, this is the problem that I have with some of the people in the manosphere. You condemn people if they don't do anything, and you condemn them if they do something. Well, where's the balance in that? Where's the balance in that? You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. When I tell you that there is more conversation needs to be had, more things that need to be hashed out, not only between men and women, communities and communities, but men and women and women. These are the type of conversations that I talk about where this rhetoric is being pushed out. Like, people don't give a damn about the military. They don't give a damn about our young soldiers. They damn about Russia and Ukraine war. And people sit back and they laugh and they cheer. And it's like, and it's coming from people with no goddamn resume. You ain't done shit for nobody. Half of them been locked the fuck up for stupid shit. You ain't got no resume. I ain't going back and forth with your dumb ass. The what? You done worked hard all your goddamn life to get your credit right, get you a house, get you a decent car, put some money in the bank, take care of you, take care of your children, get your life right or whatever. And imagine a motherfucker walking up to you, ain't got shit, ain't never did shit, procrastinated all their fucking life, and they got something to say about you. We different. I'm about to piss somebody off. We different. Our resume is different. You ain't even got paper and pen for your resume. Hell, you couldn't even type it. You don't even know what the spacing's supposed to be. You probably don't even know what goes on a resume. You probably can't spell resume. Come on, bruh. They say, hey, give me 3 people that can vouch for your character. Oh, well, my homeboy's phone cut off. Oh, I can't call her no more because she don't like me. They texting what their job description is. The people that hang around you ain't got shit. I would encourage that young soldier to look at the people's resume that's talking to her and not get discouraged. I would encourage anybody that hears this video, if there's anybody that has a problem with you, some type of concern with you, whatever it is, look at their resume, look at their character, look at the things that they say and how they conduct themselves. 9 times I'll be like, we ain't on the same level. We ain't on the same level mentally, emotionally, or mentally.
But man, it's like, we don't complain about it. We're just like, hey, this is what I signed up for. And if you know, he's feeling some type of way, it's like, man, suck it up, dude. It just, you're supposed to be a man. Because men actually get rewarded for going out there and fighting and protecting, right? It's a badge of honor. But when it comes to women, it's like, you know, this is not for me, right? And that's just how it is. See, women are cowards, right, by nature. They're very weak.
This guy stands for everything that I stood against when I was in the military. Can you imagine me standing in front of a platoon of soldiers, a company of soldiers, a brigade of soldiers, telling the male soldiers that y'all are unequivocally better than the female soldiers standing to your right and left? This some sad shit. This some sad shit. This is some weak shit. I gotta pull this. Let me pull this. Kwame Brown. Kwame, this is some weak weasel shit. This, if you listen to this is some weak weasel shit. This is the type of shit that real men, real women should be going ham for, knocking their goddamn head off. Forget DJ Vlad, forget academics, forget the white man. This is a black man talking about a black female, and it's no reason whatsoever he should be doing. This is some weak weasel shit. This is the type of conversations we should be saying, oh, not on my watch. Not on my watch. This is absolutely disgusting and ridiculous. And I'm telling you right now, I do truly believe this guy, his name is Darius M. I truly believe that he's a part of the manosphere. And with you promoting this rhetoric right here, you cannot look at your daughters equal. You cannot make them feel equal if you're online promoting this unbalanced narrative, this negative ass rhetoric. She was twerking on TikTok, but she wasn't in her uniform. So she was sitting in her uniform expressing how scared she is because she didn't want to go to war. So she didn't say anything about her chain of command. She wasn't doing anything disrespectful. She wasn't smoking weed. She wasn't drinking in her uniform. So there's so many things that she could have did to violate the uniform, but she wasn't doing it. But she expressed her feelings about being scared, and that's what makes her a menace to society. Come on, man. We got to do that. Shit is sad, bro.
They can act like they're strong and they're tough and everything like that, just like she was doing in the first clip, and she's free to twerk and dance in her barracks. And it's actually sad. That's actually sick and it's disgusting.
Ladies and gentlemen, your barracks is your living quarters, where you live at, where you rest your head. Can you imagine music, having a good time in your house? Some of us, we listen to school too, but whatever song, your favorite song comes on, and you start dancing and having a good time or whatever, and you record it, you put it on Twitter. You know how these young people do, or you put it on TikTok or Instagram, whatever. You're holding her. You're saying she's a bad person because she did that. She wasn't in military uniform. Think about that. She wasn't in, that's just her being young. I guess if you go on TikTok, you would have to be reading the Bible. Turn to Corinthians chapter 6, 35th chapter. Let God use you. I gotta laugh. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, man, like this is crazy. That's why I can't be clicked up with nobody, man. I'd rather just do my own thing, because it's like, man, it's like somebody said, well, you might be manosphere and you don't know it. Ain't no way in hell I could be manosphere. Ain't no way in hell. I just rather a man. I don't need no extra titles. I'll just rather be a man. This is ridiculous. Imagine me standing in front of soldiers saying only the male soldiers count. Bruh, stop. Come on, man. Stop that, man. This is nonsense.
It's pathetic.
Yeah,
for individuals to be doing that while they're on the job, while they're in the military, and she probably thinks it's cool there, and she's getting likes. And see, they care about what other people think as opposed to doing their job, as opposed to fulfilling their job description. They want to do all these different things. They want to play around.
I'm trying to figure out what job was she not doing. Do you got a report of her not doing her job? For some reason, when people report things and they say things like if they don't like somebody, it's like I would rather lie on you and lie about you than just actually lay out the facts. If you don't like women, bro, just say you don't like women. If you got an issue with black women, say you got an issue with black women. But don't do this. Don't do this. This is unnecessary. Because now you're going to have other female soldiers feeling a certain type of way. And here's the thought process. If you are active duty, it is different from you being retired. That means you in the fight now. You got the ball now. You got the juice now. You responsible to carry the torch now. You might not like the American flag, you might not like this, and you might not like this, but you still doing it. You showing up to the job. You're putting in the work. and to disrespect the people that need to have a clear head to put in the work. To me, I think that's kind of crazy. Especially from people who ain't never put in the work, too scared to put in the work, don't have the mental fortitude to put in the work, don't have the intestinal fortitude to put in the work. I guess I'm just a little confused about if you not working, right? It's men right now that can't go into the military right now because they got felonies. Can't get no real job because they got felonies for stupid shit. I don't expect to hear a lot from you, player. I don't expect to hear a lot from you, especially when it comes to condemning somebody else that don't have felonies for doing stupid shit. I'm about to piss somebody off. I'm just saying. All the jokes in the world can't save you from your life right now. You reaching and grabbing on to anybody you can grab onto so that way you can have a come up. But this young lady right here is, bruh, 0 felonies. I've joined the military. I'm a little nervous about going overseas, and we still can't support her. So you can't support a military veteran out the service. You can't support a veteran in the service. Like, bro, like, I don't understand what these men and women are doing. I don't know. I don't understand. Because you went to jail or prison, bro, that ain't no badge of honor. Didn't we just talk about the Charleston White thing? That ain't no badge of honor. I don't salute you. Are you kidding me?
They want to get the money from the military. They want to have a good life. They want to, whatever they use the money for, buy a Camaro, buy whatever car, and then they don't want to repay back what they have been given. So when it comes to them going out to do something, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's making me uncomfortable. It don't make.
Bro, you are full of shit. This whole, whatever it is, you are full of shit. Anybody that agrees with this narrative, you are full of shit. Full of shit. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care. You are full of shit. If you believe that male soldiers are more important than female soldiers, more important than female sailors, Marines, etc., 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 if you believe that there is a difference, I'm telling you right now that for those people that have been overseas, nobody said, while we riding in the Humvees or the MRAPs or the tanks or the goddamn Blackhawks or the Apaches, whatever it is that we doing, oh, I only want male soldiers with me. Bruh, can you shoot? Do you know some type of first aid? You got some water? You got some bullets? Okay, cool. All right, let's go. Let's roll. Nobody say you got a vagina, you got breasts, you got penis, you got balls. And then it's crazy is because you go through those things, then you come back and then you jump online and you start promoting this rhetoric as I'm a man, so I'm better than you. Well, this don't show that your content is your character. Your content is your character. The people that represent your page, the people that subscribe to you, if they promote nonsense, you full of shit. If they doing things in the name of whatever, you full of shit. All this applauding and cheering for bullshit. Now imagine this content creator right here promoting this narrative, how men are so much better than women, but yet they're all on the front line together. I need to promote discontentment for this young lady because she's a female and she's expressed her concerns about being nervous about going to war. This is a gentleman who ain't never been to war. You can always tell if somebody ain't been through something, that don't have that level of knowledge, because nobody that has sat with women, soldiers, airmen, Marines, and sailors, nobody that has went through something, some type of trial, tribulation, some type of war, some type of obstacle, some type of no one would say some shit like this if they've been through something. I'm telling y'all right now. That's why I don't play around with the streets. When you know that you've been through stuff in the streets, you've seen stuff, you connected to certain stuff, you don't play, ain't no fake beef. You realize how serious shit can get in the military. You realize how serious it can get. We ain't playing. It ain't a joke. Fuck all that soft love and tender love, all that bullshit. Bro, the only thing tender about me is probably my goddamn hands and feet when I get it done. Probably when I'm dealing with my daughters and hugging them. We sitting around throwing jabs and throwing jokes and all this other shit, but ain't building shit. A network of bullshit. Piles and piles of bullshit every day. But then we got young soldiers like this who signed up to do a job that for some reason men don't respect. Some reason need to be condemned and trolled. I tell you, check their resume. Check their resume. The next time somebody has something that's, don't even respond back if the resume ain't right. This is my message to content creators, to civilians, to military veterans, past and present and future. Don't even respond back if the resume ain't right. Don't respond back. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You lay your resume down, I lay my resume down. If it don't add up, we don't need to conversate. That's just how I feel. That's the type of energy I'm bringing right now. Because a lot of conversations that's happening and going on, bro, they mean nothing. You ever watch some shit and it's like, this means nothing. It means nothing off of social media. It means nothing. It does nothing for your life. It promotes nothing. Nothing positive. Right? It don't say, become an entrepreneur. Here's the steps. Right? Here's how you co-parent better. Here's the steps. Here's how you buy a home. Here's the steps. Here's how you buy a car. Here's the steps. Here's how you go get a passport. Here's the steps. It's like, here's how you promote negativity. Here's the steps. Here's how you promote drama. Here's the steps. Here's how you talk about people and you slander them and you cyber bully them. Here's the steps. Here's how you crack jokes when shit should be serious and have a real conversation. Here's the steps. I'm confused about what exactly we supposed to be doing as men and women. I'm just curious.
Make me feel good. Some men do it too. Right? Some guys are like, I don't try to do that job. I've been in the military, guys. That's some lazy guys too. But listen, women are extremely lazy.
If there were lazy guys too, why didn't you include them in this conversation until now? You've been talking for 10 minutes and you gotta wait. This is the problem that I have with people. I put all the negativity surrounding the positivity, right? I say a bunch of negative stuff, but if you wait long enough, you'll get maybe one or two things. We'll get to the good things in a minute. Hold on, let me get this bullshit out the way first, or let me include the bullshit. Let me pack it up. Why we do that? So here's the thing. Let's say I only had 10 minutes, right? So it's the 10:14 mark. So I listened to the first 10 minutes basically saying females in the military ain't shit. Basically, right? So I'm sitting there listening. Oh yeah, you're right. And I take that ideology with me. And now I'm sharing that rhetoric. Because your conversation wasn't balanced. It wasn't fair. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. Oh, now it's lazy guys too. People allergic to being fair. People allergic to being impartial. People allergic to being positive. People allergic to building. This video represents exactly what it is that I'll be saying in regards to having a real conversation and what it promotes. This doesn't promote togetherness. This promotes hatred. This promotes vindictiveness. This promotes bitterness. This promotes a male's point of view to the point where I would rather say something negative than build something positive.
All of them. But when I was in the Navy, It was a lot of women basically get knocked up pretty much that was enlisted. It was a lot of women who just didn't want to do certain jobs. The men had to step up and do the jobs, you know, just anything. They were just pretty much, you know, in the background and gossiping, kind of like you see actually in real life, the civilians. They were just talking and gossiping and hooking up with dudes and they would just go through the motions. They would, you know, take attendance, they would muster, they would do what they got to do. But when it comes to them actually doing real jobs, it pretty much the men was in the front, right? We took control, we took the lead, and we had to direct them, right? And so this.
You know what I hate? you ever listen to somebody who wasn't like, you wasn't the man in high school, right? You wasn't the man in college. You wasn't the man in the street. And it's like some type of way you stumbled upon some type of like success on social media, and now they act like they're the man. I know you guys can't see this guy's face, but it's like I could tell you was never the man. You understand? Because how you talking, the energy that you're promoting, I could tell you was never the man. Because it's like nobody that has like we go through our back and forth with whatever, girlfriends, baby mamas, whatever case may be, but it's a certain disdain level that you have. Like you have this disdain like you didn't get chosen. This ain't to be disrespectful, but you have this disdain like somebody didn't pick you. So now it's like it's your mission to bring these goddamn people down. Because according to your shit, women ain't no good. You know what I mean? So me personally, I don't want to be around a bunch of dudes all the time. I'm just saying. You hold them responsible for getting knocked up. You hold them responsible for gossiping. You hold them, and I'm just like, bro, you know how many dudes I know that sit online and gossip? Nobody's holding them responsible and accountable. Promote drama, nobody's holding them responsible and accountable. But a female in the military getting orders to go overseas to war, you got so much to say about her. But yet you say you're a military veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody that say they was a part of the military don't mean that they did shit in the military. Let me break that down for you guys. Just because you wore the uniform don't mean you did shit in the military. You have dirt bags in the military. You have jackasses who are lazy and procrastinated in the military, both males and females. Bruh, I don't know what your status was in the military, but the energy you giving off don't show that you were successful on both fronts. Because I don't know anyone that's got tunnel vision that says, I'm only working with males and only males produce positivity in the military. If he would have came off and said, hey, I know some lazy females that were in the military. He says females are lazy in the military. Lazier than the men. Well, what unit did you belong to? What brigade? What battalion? What squadron? Maybe we need to discuss the leadership potential there and why those females you felt were lazier than the guys. Because that's not everywhere. That's not all the way through the military. And I believe that this young female deserved a lot more respect than what you've given her. And this is some sad shit coming from another black man talking about this young black female like that. Because I see this young black female as my daughter. I see this young black female as my neighbor. I see this young black female as a person that I might see at the damn gym right now that's asking me, hey, you was in the military, right, Mario? Imagine me telling her, oh, well, you're a female, so you ain't gonna make it in the military. Okay. Okay.
This is what's out there. This is who's fighting for your country. Individuals who twerk, individuals who think that the military has got them effed up and I'm tired of this job. This one, I'm not realistic. I'm not. It's sad, but this is what most servicemen have to deal with as far as men dealing with women. Individuals who think that they're above whatever company they're signed up to, whatever military branch they're signed up to. They just think that they're so much better. But in actuality, they're just weak, they're just cowards, and they just want some easy, quick money, and they want to go to school for free, and they want all these benefits, but they don't want to actually to completely fulfill their job description.
I was literally about to stop that shit anyway. Bruh, this is why I can't be watching and listening to negative stuff, man. It drains my energy. Like it's such a waste of time and so unnecessary and unneeded. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. Somebody put in the chat how many subscribers you think this guy's got. How big this message is on what platform. Let's just do it. It's a damn bus coming. Put in the chat real quick how many subscribers you think this guy has. Lovely says lots. I need a number. Give me a number. $15. More than that, Ghost. Way more than that. $12K, more than that. $30K, more than that. Lovely. Over 300,000 subscribers. Let that sink in. Over 300,000 subscribers with a message like that for females in the military. You're telling me that ToughLove ain't got work to do? Okay. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm hoping that you understand my perspective. I'm hoping that you understand my passion and the reason why this conversation is so necessary. And I'm hoping that other content creators kind of sink their teeth into this and give their perspective or whatever case may be. I'm hoping that we get to betterment. I'm hoping that we start doing better. Because I think that this was this type of content is unnecessary. Because this don't empower men. What it does is it blinds men from the actual mission, the actual goal, the actual conversation. Just because you have a penis and balls don't make you better than a woman with a vagina, and vice versa. Promoting quality with conversation, promoting quality with content, promoting quality with positivity, not negativity. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all for being here. I need to go unwind. I think I'm about to go hit the gym and punch on this bag of pills. For real. I'm about to go. I just got up under my skin. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I'll check the replay and read your comments or whatever case may be. I wasn't ignoring you guys, but I wanted to kind of get it out. Again, until next time, my daughter, peace.